Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Miss Naba, and if you would love to know how I successfully achieved this look that you are seeing right here, then you might want to check. I have a video. I don't know if it's my exact previous video, but I know it's a video where I was trying. This was actually a look I've just tried today. And God is good, it has actually worked out. So yay, again, I'm still standing over my short hair because child, I look good. I'm hot like a heater. Anyways, if you're new here, kindly subscribe. If you are a returning subscriber, hi, and please help me get this video to 100 likes. I will really appreciate it. Now, today's video is a story time, and this story time, I was reminded to actually do this story time by Zuchu's new song, Samahani Samahani, wapo sijajitambulisha, mimi nani, mimi ni mke mwenzio aka Nyumba Ndogo. Okay, so now we have all been Nyumba Ndogos in one way or the other. Like, and by the if you're watching this and you don't understand what I mean by a Nyumba Ndogo is being a side chick, because yeah, that is something that has definitely happened. But even before I start my story time, I'm sorry about any voices that you may hear in my background. I don't live in necessarily a quiet neighborhood, but I'm sure you can hear me clearly. So my Nyumba Ndogo story is actually something quite recent. It's something that, okay, not recent, but it's something that has happened within this past year. And I met this person during a party. My friend had her birthday, and you know, girls, they just cannot celebrate a birthday in one day. It just has to spill into other days. Now for my friend, her birthday was on a Wednesday, and so Wednesday we went to a strip club. On Thursday we went to Brew Bistro, and now that is now where all of that stuff happened. Now on the first day I had not met this guy, but when we were partying, we were the same squad that partied on all the 2 days. Now on the second day I met this nice guy, but one thing about me is I have this tendency of, anytime I am in like a group of people, I will just like check out the guys, and I'll see, hi, this one looks nice, this one does not, and that's enough. But now another thing that I also do is I really don't anticipate you, like, my sight being mutual as yours. You might see someone else, so like I really never have, sorry, enough. I zoned out. I really never care or like start throwing myself around you or something like that. That is something that I will not do. So this guy, we met, and I saw him, I was like, hi, he really looks really nice. So on the day we were leaving, because we were leaving from someone's house, he like saved a seat for me, because we were living with a cab, so it was like I think 2 or 3 cabs. He saved a seat for me and like waited for me until I arrived, and I was like, it's maybe common etiquette or something like that, because you're trying to save on the cabs or save on time or something. I literally didn't see anything happening until nowadays when I tell the story, and then I look back in hindsight, I'm like, okay, so this guy had actually also seen me like that. So we went out, and I remember there were like instances. First of all, don't be surprised. Me, I have the capability and the energy to fall in love with someone in one day. So the stories I'm gonna tell you are one-day stories. Don't think it took me 3 months. It took me hours. So we go, and then we're like partying and we're enjoying ourselves, and me, I'm just having my drink, and I think I was on my phone, if I'm not wrong, or something like that. But I remember whenever someone wanted a photo taken, they'd come to me. Why? Because I'm a good photographer, and that's what Mary had a little lamb. So they'd come to me and tell me, can you please take a photo of us? Can you can you please take a photo of us? So I had taken a photo of them in a group setting, like the boys and then some other boys, and just like that I was, you know, taking photos. And then he comes to me and he's like, Ati, since you're a good photographer, like an hour or so later, Ati, since you're a good photographer, could you maybe take a photo of me? And I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. And I'm like, okay, photographer, doing the thing, pose, stand there, yes, again, move, yes. And I did that. Then I showed him and he was like, wow, they're really nice. At least now I have a profile picture, nini. And I was like, cool. And then I continued like doing my own thing. So a few like minutes or hours later, the sun had started like setting and all of that. And now the sunset was so beautiful and I kept looking at the sunset. And then he came like close to me and then he's like, could you Ati, wow, that sunset is so beautiful. Could you use my phone to take a photo for me? And I'm like, cool, bring sunset, done. And then I was like, okay, let me also take it with my phone, in as much as this phone did not have that good camera, but it really did take really nice photos. So I'm like, beautiful sunset. Now, and I told him I'll send them to you. I don't even know how I was supposed to send them to him, because he didn't ask for my number, he didn't ask for shit. So then he started telling me, and then he started not talking, you know, small talk, and then he's telling me, I rarely get drunk. So I was there and I was like, okay, what do you mean by you rarely get drunk? Like, you don't love drinking, or you rarely like get carried away? And I was like, I rarely get carried away. I was like, okay, so I was there drinking. I think for me, even I'd love to boast of myself as a heavyweight, so I was busy heavyweighting, because there were drinks that had been brought, but I was still like heavy on being sober. And then one thing about me is, if I am in a setting of friends, I am usually like the one who will like start things. So when people are seated, if I hear a song that I like, I will stand up, I'll dance in that seat. I won't sit down and then people will join and then all the rush bang. So a song that I loved started singing, and I stood up and I started dancing, and he stood up and started dancing with me. So it's like, we're really vibing and you're okay. But now the squad that we had come with was boring. Those people were not even standing up, those people were not dancing or anything. People were just talking. And then one guy, the crazy ex-girlfriend, had come, so it was just drama, and nobody wanted that drama. So I told him, this squad is really boring. And I kept looking at this other squad that was on the other side. And for me, like, they really jazzed me, the energy they had. I think they had just come out from work or something like that, because they were in official clothes. And so I was like, let's go join them. So we went and joined them, me and this guy. But we were not drinking their drinks. If we wanted a drink, we'd come back to our table, take our drinks, drink them, and then go back. So that was what was happening. And then we danced like for a while, like for a long time. But one thing I can see is we did have a really good time. And then shortly I said, I started leaving. I told him I'm coming back, and he asked me, where are you going? I told him I'm going to the ladies. And he was like, let me take you. I was like, okay. And then he held my hand, and then he took me to the washrooms. And now, if you know, if you've been to bistro before, there's like an aisle, and then this is the men's toilet and the ladies' toilet. So while we were on that aisle, he stops me, and then he pins me on the wall, and then he starts kissing me. And mind you, this guy is tall and he's dark and he's handsome. So he stops, pins me on the wall, and then he starts kissing me. And then I'm like, oh, okay. Mind you, see, I've told you guys, like, I had seen this guy, I saw that he looked good, but I just have this tendency of killing my hopes. So I didn't think that maybe he'd like look at me or something like that. I didn't think of anything like that. So he kisses me, and I'm like, okay. That is exactly what. So I kissed back and I played along, and I really loved, like, that entire scene was really hot because we were in front of people. People were passing. I've been pinned on the wall, and people are passing, and then it's like passionate and all of that stuff. I'm like, yes, yes. Go back, he waits for me and he holds my hand, he kisses me again, and we go back to the party. Now when we go back to the party, see, I've told you we were partying with another squad that we don't know, that is not our friends at all. And then this lady who was clearly not having a good time comes to us and she's like, excuse me, this is not your entourage. Can you please go back to your people? These are not your friends. This is not your group. Go back home. I'm like, who goes to a club to want to party with their friends? Okay, people do, but like seriously, we're not drinking your drinks, we're not doing anything like that. And her, she was seated like the whole time and her friends were having a good time. So it's just like sad life. So me and this guy went back and we just kept dancing and we kept sitting and he kept, like, you know, pulling me close and I was like it's going down. Like, I knew today is going down for real. Like, listen, let me just tell you, this is completely unrelated, but let me just say it. Niggas, if you want to be with like a lady for the night, don't think making her get drunk or something like that will be like the aim. Please her. Oh my God, she will know. Marinating does not work anymore. If a girl knows it's going to go down, whether she's sober or she's drunk, believe me, it will. Okay, with your consent, of course, but don't think you're going to like make her drunk and then that does not happen anymore. Tulichanuka squeeze this in the wale say. Anyways, so like from then I knew this is definitely gonna go down. So me and this guy, we kept you know, chatting, and then now it was time for us to go back home. And so he tells me, I don't know what happened, but I think my friends were waiting in a slower elevator or something, but as we landed on the ground floor earlier. And then he was like, I was like in this really nice bodycon black dress, and was like, are you feeling cold? I was like, yeah. And then he gave me his jacket, and then he like kept, you know, still pulling me close so that usisikie baridi. I'm like, he baridi ni nzuri this time. So we get an Uber, and then it was an Uber X, and he said we sit at the back. So like while we're seated at the back, he's like, no, don't sit, come, let me carry you the whole journey. I'm like, do you know my weight? I'm heavy, can you handle? I was like, no, sit on me. And then he's slender, he's tall. So I'm like, okay. And then some person comes selling flowers, and then he like gets me one, and he says, this one is for my princess. It was evident that I have never been loved to that extent, because such things zilikuwa zishanchizisha. Mimi nishajua msee siku ya leo haishi na mpa. No thinking twice. You want it, you got it. So he gives me the flower, and you know, he's like carried me until home, and now we're just chilling. Immediately we reached home, I went and took a bath, and then we sat on the chair in the sitting room on the couch, just cuddling. And then now when it was time for us to go sleep, you know, yes. So that happened, and then like the next day he wakes up, and then like we cuddled all night. You know, it's not like these people who are done cuddling with you and then they turn the other side. No, such people don't talk to me. But for him, he was like the whole night, and then he woke up earlier than me, of course. And then, okay, no need to go into details, but now that happened. And then we kept talking and all that. But even before I reached there, I told my friend, because my friend knew these friends, and I told her, yeah, this guy, you don't believe what happened, and I was like, yo, kijana amenchizisha. And then I was like, I'll see you in the evening, right? I was like, yeah, yes you will. So like I was already a wife or whatever, and then I think they're going to run some errands or something like that. And so I was talking to my friend, and then she was like, hey, wow, nini, I'm glad you had a good time, nini. And then she was like, but there's something I want to tell you, but I don't know how I'll tell you. So jokingly, I was like, nini yo hutaki kuniambia, because me and your friends, we are open with each other. You can just tell me anything. And then I asked her, ama unataka kuniambia kona dame? And then she's like, yeah. So turns out, the previous evening during our encounter, when I was minding my business before we even encountered, he sat down with now my friend and another friend and asked, he kept saying, this is like a really nice place to bring my girlfriend out on a date. Could this suggest me other places that I could take my girlfriend on a date? And I was like, I amn't your girlfriend of 2 days. Okay, so that happens. But again, once I found that out, I was like, but he's like a really nice guy. And you know the way, like, he knew what to say. He knew the shit to shit and the shit to not shit. So like he knew what to say, what not to say, what to do, what not to do, where to touch, where not to touch. So it's like, ni sawa. And I remember telling another friend of mine, and I was like, this guy is really nice, but imagine he has a girlfriend. And my friend goes, kwa na demu isikusumbue. And then my other friend goes, hiyo demu yake tamtafutia chali. But like my friends had loved this guy, like with one day, because he had overdone, he had over marinated me, you know. So we keep talking and we keep chatting, and the whole time I'm pretending I don't even know that I am a NYUMBA NDOGO. So the whole time we're talking and he's making it sound like I'm the only one, and I'm like, yeah, okay. And then it like reached a point, I was like, no, this is enough clowning for me. And then I deleted his number, but I kept like deleting and re-adding and deleting and re-adding and doing all of that funny things. But then eventually I did delete his number. So yeah, but he like never found out that I knew he was taken. The whole time he thought he had made me believe that he was single or something like that. So recently we started talking again, and I was like, yeah, okay, because as clearly as you can see, I am in Vihiga. No, I'm in Bungoma, but I have intentions of traveling to Nairobi soon, inshallah. By the time you're watching this, I'll be in Nairobi because I want to go to someone's house who has Wi-Fi and upload all my videos, because the reason as to why I'm not uploading is because I don't have bundles. So we start talking, and then one day, and he's like warmed up to me and all of that stuff again, and he's like already saying, how we're going to meet and all of that stuff, and I'm like, yes, I know, that's right, of course. And then one day he posts something at that moment when you're bored, and then your babe texts you, and then I ask him, are you single? And then he dead ass tells me no. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, what about you? I was like, not that it matters. So yeah, and then like that was my cue to like respect myself and get a life and delete his number. And because I'm not going to try to break families, karma is a bitch, so I'm not trying to do that. But yeah, that is like exactly what happened. And then eventually, yeah, we stopped talking. I deleted his number, like for real this time, and I respected myself. But I was even telling my friends, me, I'm okay with being a nyumba ndogo. And then as if that is not enough, I don't know how I can therefore get this. Clearly, being the nyumba ndogo, you will stalk the nyumba kubwa. That is a sure thing. You must and you shall. So I do the stalking, and guess what? Me and this girl share a birthday. Yani, the universe saw it fit that we would all be born on the same day. And I was telling my friends, and my friends are like, he has a type. His type is birthdays, like he goes around asking. Or he can just like sense 20th Leos. It's like, yeah, that's my type. Imagine, I was just like... And then, you know, like my friend was telling me, because I've told my friend was their friend. My friend was telling me like how their relationship was like in the brinks, and I was like, it's about to die, and I'm about to swoop in and, you know, do the thing. But clearly I didn't, and clearly they didn't die. So yeah. Anyways, that's it for today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please help me get it to 100 likes. If you are a new subscriber, kindly subscribe and comment down below what you think about my look, because I know I'm hot. So just tell me more things like you're hot like a heater and such things. And see you in my next video.